All praises to the Most High. This is Elliot. With everything going on, I feel a need to communicate that we as believers following the Most High need to claim our protection by faith in the Spirit. Because there's so much that we have to deal with. Like, I've seen news cycles back to back to back where, I mean, it's been pretty consistent over the past 5 years or so, right? But literally right now, the way so many agenda are being pushed, so many news cycles are being pushed and being rewarded for being pushed. I mean, the algorithm is off the charts right now. If you come into agreement with what they want you to speak and what you want them to say and be used by them, you will be rewarded. Because what the ultimate thing is that they're trying to do is to get people off of their guard. We need to protect ourselves. What does that mean? I'm going to go a little bit deeper into that because I'm really speaking by the Spirit, because I know what's going on and I want to be able to explain this as simply as possible. But ultimately, what we need to do is protect everything that the Most High has entrusted us with. That would include our finances, our health, our family, our gifts, our wealth, everything that He's entrusted with, everything that He's called us to steward us over. And most importantly, our spirit person, our spirit man. We need to know that everything that is coming against the people of the Most High is happening externally with little things to chip away at our spirit, to chip away at our faith and invoke fear, to chip away at our hope and invoke fear, to chip away at all the things that the Most High has called us to do and just allow us to live defeated with no more, I don't know, with no more gumption, with no more drive. See, we can't do that. We have to make sure that we keep going forward in the Most High as He allows us to do so by continually praying and staying close to Him like never before. And one of the best ways to do it is to cut out the noise. Don't let the noise be a distraction to you. Because ultimately what we're looking at is a big old charade, a whole stage play, right? Yes, a lot of things that we see are prophetic and must happen. But as you start to walk in the prophecies, as you start to see how things kind of unfold, it becomes kind of like slapstick comedy. Uh, and I'm not saying that insensitively if anybody's been affected by all these things that have transpired. I know a lot of people have lost loved ones based upon some of the things that happened just several years ago. But I will say this: at the end of the day, when you really start to walk close to the Most High and see what's going on, you'll see the power and strength that you have in Him and how you can easily defeat Him just by eliminating the fear and the doubt and the negative uh, energy that they're trying to impose on our lives, and just to go forward with faith and connecting to the Most High in every way. And that will require discipline. I'm not going to say this is easy. That's going to require literally taking time out to make sure that your prayer life is consistent, making sure that you're reading your word and staying prayed up. And if there's anything that you kind of fluctuate on, or anything that the Most High kind of deals with you about, or Satan tries to attack you in certain areas, you're going to have to kind of go in on that. You're going to have to learn how to really build yourself up and erase the things that are hindering you, because we don't have time to be hindered. We have to take things bullet point by bullet point, punch list item by punch list item, and handle it. It's coming down to that. And we have to protect ourselves. Protection is going to be key. Protection, covering your family, covering your relatives, and everybody, your friends, everybody who's in one accord and in agreement, going, walking with you. If you have the ability to pray for them, pray for them. All right. And I I say this very guarded because I don't really like telling people to pray for people because I don't really like to be prayed for by a lot of people because you really don't know what spirits many people carry. But I say that, you know, I waited till at least 5 minutes into this video because most people who oppose the light would have already checked out anyway. So I would say this: if you have it in your spirit and you are able to pray, you know, just pray simple prayers. You don't have to get real detailed because if your spirit isn't mature enough, you may accidentally do some witchcraft. So just pray over someone for the Most High's perfect will in their life and them to be healed and delivered. That's something that's simple, that they would have everything the Most High would call them to have. Okay, that's it. You know, if you start getting really, if you're not mature in your prayer life and your walk with Him, then you know I say pray cautiously until you just are a warrior in the spirit. All right, but protecting ourselves is really going to call for much prayer, fasting when He calls you to do so, and literally eliminating the things in your life that are hindering you. Those are the things we need to do to be protected. Because, like I said, the noise and all the things that are going to go on, we're going to hear stuff about Trump, the war with Iran and Israel, and how this could be World War III. We're going to hear about all the different things that are going on with the weather. You know, there's so many different weather occurrences happening because now more than before, it's definitely a push of a button, put it that way. And now we also have, you know, just things going on with entertainment, different entertainers and people who are doing things, um, just crazy demonstrations, y'all. Things that we do not need to be a part of and no longer need to communicate with, or not communicate, connect ourselves with in order to be distracted and pulled down. See, all those things are designed to from rob us from where the Most High wants us, to steal our anointing, to steal our power. But I do believe that if you take your time and really focus in on Him, connect with Him daily, that it will be so easy just rest in His presence throughout the day. And when you start to get a little anxious or anything just kind of pulls you away and you feel unsettled, get back into Him because we have a covenant with Him. And the covenant is for Him to do what He needs to do when we do what we need to do. It just goes like that. We give and receive from the Most High, right? He pours into us and He's waiting for us to do the things that He's called us and provided for us to do. All the power, all the anointing, all the gifts He wants us to use, and we cannot be distracted by the noise. So I say it again, protect your space, protect your spirit, protect yourself, and don't allow these things to take you on a ride that you don't want to go on. There's so many things that you can do just to protect your peace that are practical that you may not even think of. Like, for example, if you have a routine that you do every single day, they say the whole thing is if you do something the same thing over and over again, expect different results. That's insanity, right? But literally, some things to break the cycles of your life. Say you get up every day, you get ready, you go to the gym, go to work, come home, right? Well, say you take a half day at work, or say you just take a complete day off of work, or you even take an extended lunch period, and you just go outside. All right, something that you wouldn't normally do. If you just go to like an event, and that's questionable because a lot of the stuff in this world now is just it doesn't really do much for your spirit. But if there's something that you can do and you don't think that it's going to pull you away too far outside of the flow of the anointing of the Most High, then you do that. Just get up and do something different. Just move around and just walk and move differently in the Most High, being prayed up the whole time. Some of these things kind of just help with your mental health and your spiritual stability. Of course, I said praying over and over again, If there's a hobby that you enjoy, just do it. Something you haven't done in years. It's something I was thinking about that I haven't done in years. I used to really enjoy it, but I had to do it over and over and over again for work. So I decided that, because work was tied to it so much that I decided I didn't really like doing it as much, but it's been in my spirit to do it. So, I'm gonna make a point to try to do that in the near future, just to do something different and to break away from the things that are going on, because we need to make sure that we're connected and protect ourselves and all these things. I just want to give our praise to the Most High and let you know that despite everything that we hear and even may see going on, that He is doing a work in His people and He is preparing us in these last days. And the most important thing is that we need to be able to stay close to Him and stay connected to Him and protect ourselves and the people we're called to protect. Because as things get turbulent, we want to make sure that we keep our peace and protect our space. That is one important thing to do, because there's going to be fiery darts coming from everywhere, and not just from the media and not from the things we see, but for the evil workers of iniquity, the evil agents, the witches and the warlocks and the demons, all kind of people that are around us that have targeted the people of the Most High, and they're trying to wreak havoc in our lives. Time out for that. Take everything back and control your space through the power and the anointing that the Most High has given us. All praises. This is Elliot, and until the next time we speak, shalom.